Yo, it's Bryan here. Today, I'm going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers and their Week 2 opponent, the Seattle Seahawks. So, an NFC West rival, I guess you can call them, not really, because the 49ers have been pretty bad for the past couple of years, and I wish it was like 2012, 2013, where it was at its peak with Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll, Stanford, USC from way back when, and it was just epic. In the NFC Championship game, that was epic as well. I know we lost the game, that kind of sucked, but it was a fun game to watch. Look in hindsight, I mean, when I watched the game, it wasn't fun for me when they lost, but a couple of years later, I kind of miss those old days, but it's whatever. Don't want to get into the past too much. But anyways, going to be talking about the Seattle Seahawks, and going to be talking about their Week 1 performance a little bit, talking about the roster for a bit, and seeing if my prediction has changed from yesterday, talking about the 49ers and Seahawks prediction Week 2. And let's just get into it. So the Seattle Seahawks ended up losing, I think, 17-9 or something like that. It was a pretty rough game for the Seahawks, just like the 49ers and what have you. And Russell Wilson, I don't know what happened. I mean, wouldn't really blame him too much because his offensive line is really terrible, just like the 49ers. And I think he got sacked 3 times. He got hit a lot of times. I don't know how many times exactly, but he took a lot of hits during that game. And the running backs couldn't really get anything going. Eddie Lacy, I didn't even know he was on the team, and he couldn't get anything going. And I didn't even know Thomas Rawls wasn't playing, but I think he's expected to play for the 49ers this week. It should be a really good game for Thomas Rawls because he had a career-high game, I think, last year when they played the 49ers with a terrible run defense. The defense, it was kind of okay. It wasn't too bad. I guess you can help Aaron Rodgers to only 19 points. I don't know if that's anything special, but I think they had a pick 6 on Aaron Rodgers, but got called back because Cliff Arrow effed up the play, as I said in my last video. It was not a fun night for the Seattle Seahawks. I didn't watch the game completely. I didn't have time to, but the things I'm saying right now, I guess those are the big highlights. The offensive line was bad. Russell Wilson couldn't get anything going just because of the offensive line. I mean, that was pretty much the biggest story, and Pete Carroll pretty much criticized the offensive line for doing a crappy job, and they need to do a better job on that. They spent the least amount of money on the offensive line position, and they did this themselves. I mean, they spent a lot on defense, which is a good thing, LOB and what have you, but I mean, you still got to give protection to Russell Wilson. I mean, just look at Andrew Luck in Indianapolis. I mean, he's taking a beating. He's not even playing for the first couple of games this season just because his O-line sucks balls. And I mean, they have a little bit of talent, but at the same time, it's just nothing too special. And you just gotta have an offensive line like the Cowboys or something like that. If you have a Cowboys offensive line, man, your quarterback should be in good hands, I would say. Except in 2015 when they were pretty terrible, and then when they went like 4-12 or 3-13 or something like that with Tony Romo out. That was no fun for them. But offensive line, really important, really underrated. Nobody really talked about the offensive line, but I mean, just look at the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Colts, and what have you. I mean, it's been pretty bad for all the teams that don't have an offensive line. So that's pretty much the story for the Seahawks. And let's just get into it. So roster-wise, not too bad, just offensive line. That's all I'm going to be talking about pretty much. It's not that good. And they still got some talents. And as I said before, Thomas Rawls should be coming back this week against the 49ers, so that should be good for him. A really good test against a really weak 49ers defense, especially when Ruben Foster is most likely going to be out for this game. And the defense, they're not too bad. I mean, they still got LOB, and they should do a really good job against the 49ers offense. The 49ers offense is just really terrible, I would say. The offense, we're having the same problems, just like the Seahawks with the offensive line. Brian Hoyer, I don't know if I trust him too much. Running backs, they're kind of okay, but the offensive line, we got to see what they do, if they make any adjustments. Lincoln Tomlinson just got traded from the Detroit Lions a couple weeks ago or a week ago. I forgot exactly, but I think they should start him. Give him a chance. Might as well do something. I mean, just look at the performance against the Carolina Panthers. That was no fun to watch, that offensive line. So might as well give Lincoln Tomlinson a chance to show what he can do for the 49ers offensive line and what have you. And wide receivers, they got to step a little bit. Marquise Goodwin, he was good, but at the same time, he needs to not drop any passes, any crucial ones, just like the one in the end zone, I think really early on in the game. And just running backs, they can do better than that, but we got to see. And Kyle Shanahan, I mean, hopefully his play calling can get better, I guess you can say. I mean, it's not that bad, but at the same time, his team is not really good. This is not the Atlanta Falcons from last year, where he can just do whatever he wants because he has Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman. We don't have talent like that. I wish we did, but it's not like that, Kyle. And I think the 49ers got exposed big time. People thought that the 49ers were going to be kind of stacked, I would say. I mean, not stacked in terms of Super Bowl contention, but stacked in terms of they have a really good foundation for the future. And yes and no, because yes, I think in the future they'll be good, but right now it looks really, really bad, and they look really undisciplined. They look really lost, I would say. Hopefully they can make some changes during the regular season when it goes on, but other than that, I don't really see anything happening for the 49ers anytime soon. So prediction changes, I'm not going to make any changes. Overall, Seattle, if I had to give them a rating, not really a rating, but if I had to give, I guess, a review about them. I mean, they're still a good team. They're still Super Bowl contenders. It's just that they got to fix their offensive line, man. If they do that, then they're going to be a really scary team, in my opinion. And Russell Wilson, I mean, if Russell Wilson's just running for his life during a game, I mean, what's that going to do for you? If he's just going to get hit, if he's going to get sacked and what have you. So if they can address that position, then they'll be fine. And defense, they should be okay. I mean, we know their defense from years and years now. Usually the top 3 defense in points allowed and yards allowed and passing defense, especially passing defense, because I mean that's what they're known for. And I'm not too concerned about them in terms of performance for the Seattle Seahawks. They might go maybe 10-6 or 11-5 this year. I mean, the NFC West so far is looking kind of weak in my opinion. I know the LA Rams won a game against the Colts, but I mean the Colts are not that good. They have freaking Scott Tolzien, so I don't want to be a prisoner in the moment about the LA Rams. And the 49ers, I don't know what's going to happen for the 49ers. I mean, I wish they can do better than what they are right now, but I don't think anything's going to happen because it's Kyle Shanahan's first season. They kept telling everyone about this 49ers team. It's their first season. It's going to take a while to get good, take a while to get the chemistry going, but I mean, that's going to be the summary of the season. And the Cardinals, I don't know. I mean, they look kind of okay, but at the same time, they kind of blew a lead against the Detroit Lions. I don't know how to make them out. But, I mean, overall, I think the 49ers are probably the worst team in the NFC West. I hate to say that again, but I can't be biased and what have you and say they're the best team in the NFC West. So I got to keep it real, got to keep it unbiased, got to keep it as unfiltered as possible. So I wish I can say the 49ers are the best team, but I can't. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. You guys just wanted to kind of make this video short. It's a little bit long, but I don't know. Just want to talk about the Seattle Seahawks NFC West rival, I guess you can call it. But hopefully the rivalry can come back in a couple of years with Pete Carroll versus Kyle Shanahan. That would be a really fun, intriguing rivalry if we can see that in the next couple of years. But we got to see then. And yeah, so comment below what you guys think about the Seattle Seahawks. Do you like them? Do you hate them? I'm pretty sure most of you guys hate the Seattle Seahawks. But to be honest with me, I don't really hate the Seattle Seahawks. I kind of respect them, sort of, kind of. They're a really good team. You got to acknowledge that. I mean, most people, you can hate on them all you want, but they're a really good team. I can't take that away from them. So I got a little bit of love in Seattle, sort of, I guess you can say. So if you want to hate on me, hate on me, but whatever. Just let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Seattle Seahawks. Do you think they're going to win this game? Do you think they're going to lose this game? And what have you, all that cool stuff. And if you guys like this, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want with this. And I'll be catching you guys up later on Monday, probably when I do an analysis, I guess you can say, for the 49ers and Seahawks game. That's pretty much it. You guys have a nice day, nice weekend, nice whatever. I'll see you guys later. So bye guys, see y'all soon.